waiting for this for a long time. Hello, people of the channel, people of the YouTube. Nice to see you again. I can't actually see you, but you may have noticed I haven't done a video in a very long time, and there's a good reason for that. There are no action figures. This was my last pre-order. Everything, and I mean everything, Hasbro has announced, and even some of the stuff they haven't announced but is heavily rumored, it's not for me. We've gone down this road a few times in the past. I'm not going to belabor it. It is what it is. The vintage collection is not heading in a direction that I find interesting. Star Wars action figures, I guess, like, you know, mainline is basically the Black Series now, and we're this weird little gulag that doesn't earn enough money, which, you know, maybe that was always the way it was going to go. I don't know. I've got enough characters from the original trilogy and from the Clone Wars, so I guess if they're not gonna, here's how weird it is right now. As of this recording, they just announced that there are 2 new action figures. Well, you know, I'm always happy when they do something new. The 2 new media figures that they're doing this month, and possibly for this year, based on how things are going, are 2 characters from the Darth Maul TV show that hasn't even debuted yet. So, and one of them is the prehensile fart from Ahsoka. He's going to be in the Darth Maul TV show as well, so they've taken the opportunity to do him. And I'm like, so that guy, the gas in a can guy, is an action figure before Hero of the Rebellion Luthen Rail. And also, I saw the price of the Vader tie, the new Vader tie they did here in Toronto. I think it's like $189 or something. Like, it's really expensive. So I'm like, so even if they did do the TIE Avenger from Andor, which, you know, I'm not a big Imperial ship person, but if they did do the TIE Avenger, God, it would be $200. Like, I don't know if I'd buy a starfighter for $200. Like, $200 used to be like the Queen's Royal Starship or something massive, and now it's like it's a one-man fighter. Okay, I had a good run. If this is it. The action figure today is the Stranger from the Acolyte. This, by the way, I haven't even opened them yet. This has a decent chance of not just being one action figure that I buy, but I literally almost bought a second one as I was picking this one up, because this is fully 2 looks in one figure. Like, this figure is completely the masked Stranger from the first half of that season, and also the evil Lord Master for Osha from the second half of that season. So I could see this guy being in my display 2 times in completely different looks. So maybe I got to go back and buy me another one. Maybe I'll just do it, just to get them sales. I love how every single collector thinks that they themselves are the reason that Hasbro does or does not stay in business. Like any of us matter at all. There's like 5,000 of us, who cares? The Stranger is VC382. Like levitated right out of there. Wow. Wowee. Now, first of all, I mean, obviously, the head sculpt and deco is fantastic. That's a really good Manny Jacinto. I'm not convinced about the soft goods. I'm sure they're actually quite accurate to the cut of the robe, but given that the character in the cloak was almost always shot in overwhelming darkness, he kind of just looked like a shroud, and this doesn't really sell that effect. But, you know, I'll take it off when I do look number 2, and we'll see what we're playing with. For right now, though, I'm going to put the actual Darth Teeth helmet on him, and we'll see how that goes. That's the Stranger. Was anyone, I mean, I think we all were, like, it's quite surprising that that helmet is actually bronze-ish and not jet black. Again, lighting on a show really does a lot. You would have thought this was a totally head-to-toe black character. He's not. He's actually got quite a few highlights. They've got the Cortosis arm armor, vambrace there, and the helmet as well. Just a sick design. I'm really looking forward to getting the Art of the Acolyte book, which was also published this month, and digging into sort of how they arrived at this character. That's a great book. Lots of saber pieces on this dude. He comes with unlit and then 2 blades lit. So there is no, actually, do they connect? They do not connect. I think in the show, the short saber was like inside the longer one. Yeah, that guy looks like a badass. That's great. but great articulation on the legs. The feet are actually separate pieces too, so there is ankle articulation. Yeah, that's well done. That very nicely represents the character. I am assuming at this point I'm never gonna be in a position where I can have him stabbing Jackie to death, because I don't think we're gonna get a Jackie in the vintage collection, but that's okay because I don't want him to stab Jackie to death. I love Jackie. And there he is in the other look. Like I said, this is basically a completely different look, you know? I think he does have his helmet off for a few shots of him in the cloak during the duel episode, but for the most part, otherwise, this is sort of his episode 6 and 7 outfit. And you know, if I bought another one, then I would have a second helmet that I can give to Osha to wear, although they haven't released her in the right look for that, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm talking myself into it. I might just head back to Fourth Moon tomorrow and buy another Stranger, because this is a pretty great figure. Like, when, you know, it's too bad they're not really doing characters I care about anymore, because when they do a character, they really do it. They really go for it. Yeah. Fantastic work on the Stranger. Yeah, if that's the last Acolyte figure, they did a sick job filling out this line, all things considered. Like, in terms of how they treat, you know, they've done nothing with Skeleton Crew, they've done next to nothing with Andor. Basically, if you're not a Mandalorian show, they kind of pretend you don't exist, but somehow the Acolyte slipped through, and I am glad for that. Those are some great looking characters for the shelf. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't know when there'll be another video. Maybe I'll pivot, you know, do something completely different. I'll show you my garden or something, I don't know. But I hope you're all keeping well this winter, and appreciate you watching.